This is the top of the hour, and I welcome you to News at 1 on the Nta Channel 10 Lagos. My name is Deborah Akingben Agbola. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors will today hold its National Executive Council meeting to decide whether to embark on a nationwide strike. The doctors had earlier given the federal government a 10-day ultimatum demanding the immediate payment of the 2025 Medical Residency Training Funds, 5 months arrears from the 25 to 30% commerce salary review, unpaid allowances, and the recognition of West Africa Postgraduate Membership Certificate. They also want the settlement of welfare issues affecting members in some states, including resident doctors at Lautech Teaching Hospital, Ugumosho, resident doctors who make up the majority of the workforce in teaching and specialist hospitals, says years of poor welfare, unpaid wages, and poor working conditions have left the health sector overstretched. NAT President Dr. Tokpe Oshundara said the outcome of today's meeting will determine the next line of action, while the association's first vice president, Mr. Tajuddin Abdurauf, warned that industrial harmony cannot be guaranteed if the government fails to meet their demands. Observers warned that another strike could cripple public health service nationwide. The Public Accounts Committee of the House of Representatives has described as inaccurate some media reports which quoted the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, as alleging that the current administration was involved in reckless borrowing and unsubstantiated debt. The committee clarifies that the Speaker, represented by Majority Leader of the House, Julius Ihovebere, at the West African Association of Public Accounts Committee annual conference, did not criticize Nigeria's debt profile. Instead, it says the Speaker charged members of the Public Account Committee from West African countries to deepen in their oversight of public debt and expenditure in order to ensure that there is value for money. The House of Representatives Committee on Pension is reminding pension fund administrators of the need to always comply with corporate social responsibility law as provided by the Act guiding their operations. Committee Chairman Hosseini Mohammed Jallo stated this during an engagement with the Management of Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate to appraise last year's budget performance. National Assembly correspondent Issa Mohammed has the report.
Restating its commitment to the welfare of pensioners on the heels of the ongoing pension reforms, the committee says it will not tolerate any failure to capture appropriations for social corporate responsibilities that better the lives of clients.
Once all companies in Nigeria will abide by the issue of corporate social responsibility, it is helping the government in providing the necessary amenities to the populace, and that will go a long way in ameliorating the problem being faced by Nigerians as a whole.
PITAD will continue to explore all means possible in conjunction with other stakeholders to enhance the welfare of its pensioners in consonance with the renewed oath mandates of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
It could be recalled that the Pension Transition Arrangement Directorate, PITAD, was established in compliance with the provisions of Section 42, Subsection 1 of the Pension Reform Act 2014, empowered to wind down the functions of the old pensions office. In Abuja, Issa Muhammad, NTA News.
Yes, we take a break now. More reports when we return. Please don't go away.
Searching for a space to ignite your creativity? Nta Lagos Channel 10 studio provides the answer. Our studio is spacious and fully equipped with modern broadcasting equipment suitable for your programs and competition. for recording and production of kiddies programs, spelling bee competitions, participatory rehearsals, programs and live performances, NTA Lagos Channel 10 Studio provides the ideal environment to bring your vision to life. Our team of professionals are dedicated to help you achieve your goals, provide expert guidance, and support every step of the way. Contact us today to book your session at an affordable and discounted rate and let your creativity shine. For more inquiries, please call the following numbers: 0816-008-7357, 006-286-9030, and 0812-324-5519. NTA Lagos Channel 10 Studio, where creativity meets excellence.
Nta 10 station for excellence.
Thank you for staying tuned. This is News at 1 p.m. on NTA Channel 10, Lagos. National scholars under the renewed Hope Initiative National Scholarship Program have taken delivery of a third tranche of 1 million naira to further aid their academic pursuits. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu handed over the fund along with a brand new laptops during a mid-term assessment and interactive session with the scholars. State House correspondent Adene Taiwo reports that beyond the scholarship, beneficiaries also got tips on early start in business. National scholars, I beg your pardon. Report says Nigerian students are increasingly relying on artificial intelligence to support their learning as schools reopens across the country. New search trend data shows that queries combining AI and studying have risen by more than 200% compared with last year. The company explained that students are seeking AI tutors, free tools, and prompts to guide their works across subjects. Searches for AI and chemistry grew 50%, while AI and maths and AI and languages each climbed 30%. Grammar-related searches also increased by 20%. Google's West African director Olumide Balogun said the trend shows learners are now just looking for answers, but using AI to deepen their understanding of complex subjects. He noted that Google remains committed to providing digital tools to help Nigerian students learn and succeed. In addition to academics, industrial training is helping students bridge the gap between theory and practice. Oyekonsola Ojelade explored the complexity of their experience for the students.
Industrial training or attachment are designed by tertiary institutions. Industrial training or attachment are designed by tertiary institutions to prepare and expose undergraduate students to the real world of work through hands-on experience. During this period of attachment, usually for a specific period or between 3 months to 1 year, students are sent to industries or establishments for practical training. For many of these students, it is their first experience of coming face-to-face with some of the production equipment they have been taught in class and how they are used in actual production. These have helped sharpen their skills, exposing them to real work environments while also making them confident in their craft. In Nigeria, students, depending on their course of study, undergo varying levels of this training, either through the Student Industrial Work Experience Scheme, (SIWES), or the Industrial Training Platform called IT.
I feel it's a very nice and reasonable initiative because it helps students to practicalize the things they've learned in school, the theory aspect they've learned in school, and generally the real world experience, like the outside experience, more than the 4 walls of your classroom.
Industrial training really helps me a lot because I have the opportunity to lay hands on things that I don't know before.
For many of the students, it is an opportunity to grow. Experts on their part say industrial training plays a major role in bridging the gap between theory and practice.
Mastery requires, constant practice, and industrial training offers students a safe place to practice, make mistakes, and take corrections. And then again, working alongside seasoned professionals allow the student to absorb practical knowledge faster.
So what is important is to elevate the scope of internship, possibly across all sectors. But we need to make it a lot more entrenched, a lot more impactful. If we need to give incentives to employers to expand the scope of their internship.
In very few cases, some of the students are turned to mere errand boys and girls who are not allowed to go near critical operational areas or equipment. Academic experts found at this.
Errands should not be the primary function and should not dominate the student work duties. Of course, there should be a balance between skilled related work and support of errands. So, for instance, maybe 80 to 20%. Of course, we cannot completely, remove such happening.
Industrial training continues to serve as that bridge, helping students not only to gain knowledge, but also build confidence and competencies for life after graduation. In Lagos, Onyikonsola Ojelade, NTA News.
The Nigerian army says its troops have arrested 11 terrorist logistics suppliers and rescued 9 kidnapped victims during nationwide operations carried out within 48 hours. A credible source at the military headquarters confirmed that the operations also led to the seizure of 11 livestock, recovery of over 1 million naira, arms, ammunition, and petroleum products. In Borno State, troops arrested 8 suspected Boko Haram and ISWAP logistics suppliers with petrol, cash, and mobile phones hidden in shops and a POS center. In Katsina, soldiers foiled an attack in local government areas, rescuing 5 victims, while in Kaduna, 4 more captives were freed after troops repelled kidnappers in Sanga. The army also arrested a dismissed soldier in Ogun State for extortion, a notorious oil wellhead vandal in Bayelsa, and a suspected militant in Edo State, where a criminal's camp was destroyed. In Taraba, troops intercepted 2 suspects with 1 million naira believed to have been stolen from a murdered farmer. Elsewhere in Plateau State, troops seized over 100 cattle and 9 rams grazing on farmlands without headers, while community leaders were contacted to resolve the matter. The army reaffirmed its commitment to sustaining nationwide operations to deny terrorists and other criminals freedom of action. And that report concludes our package. We thank you for being there. Join us at 7 o'clock for more on the news. My name is Deborah Akingbe-Agbola. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.